The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You're back on The Local Show. Thank you for joining us. We enjoy having you as company. And we'll let you in. And
how do we know they're here? I can't see them. You enjoy it like are they sitting next to us? No, they're in their garage or in their car.
Now you've taken away the fantasy.
They're rolling their eyes every time.
You talk.
I talk.
Yes, absolutely. I get you. It's our pleasure to bring back onto the show George Powers. It's always a good conversation with George here. He's the owner of Powers Accounting. Yeah. Thank you.
I didn't think we could get anybody else.
That's right. It was person of last resort, right? No one else wants
to come. All of the really good guests bagged out on us.
Yes, we're stuck with George.
Yes.
No, George.
If you can't do it, let George do it.
George is the expert in small business. What do you want to say?
Stuff.
Yeah.
I can think of a growth consultant.
Yeah, right. Because you're not only, it's Powers Accounting and payroll made simple. You do those services, but you're really a consultant to people.
And that's really the difference that we try to make. Is that, there's a lot of people out there doing accounting and do great jobs with it. What we try to do is we try to look at the growth of our clients. What can we do to help them? How can we do that to grow their business or grow whatever they want? They may not want to grow their business. They want to maybe grow in a different way. Yeah. Be a little more independent. Go out and do something else for the community. There's different things that each business wants to do, and we try to help them achieve those goals. Right. We got a couple of things coming up pretty soon. They're going to be, I think, kind of exciting that may help some of our clients.
Like what, George? What's exciting?
We're actually in July. We're going to be bringing in a leadership consultant to. We're going to be doing a seminar. Still working on some of the final results. We're bringing in actually two leadership consultants to have a seminar on leadership.
Great.
For the community. I think we're a little lacking in some leadership areas. Yeah. I think this could be helpful to our community.
This is an event that business owners can come to. They got to be your customers to come?
No, it's going to be open to anybody. There will be a fee. I've got to work on some of that. And the proceeds will go to a local charity after we cover the cost of the consultants coming in.
Will there be food there?
That's still in the works, but I'm thinking yes. So we're really excited about this potential opportunity to bring some good services to the local community. At the same time, like I said, I want to have the proceeds going to a local charity. There's a lot of great places out there.
Where did that come from? Like the idea with the concept. Where did this thing originate?
Well, I work with this leadership consultant. We're part of their network. So they're from Scotland, and they're coming into the States to do a series of these events.
So they're passing through, and they're going to pin themselves to Syracuse for a day or two.
Right. They're going to come in for a day or two to do some, and then it'll be about a 4-hour seminar if I understand properly. Go over a couple different things. So they'll be coming here in Colorado and Pennsylvania, and I think one other place. So
how have you benefited from the relationship with them? Because you have enough confidence to invite other people, so there must be something you see great value in.
I've been working with Dave and Debbie Evans, are their names, and I've been working with them for a few years, and they really look at things a little bit differently. They've written a couple books. They talk about leadership from a different perspective. I think, I think it is a different way of looking at leadership in that it's not always about. A leader doesn't need to tell anybody they're a leader. For example, right. They should just be there, and it's really a service that you do for your team. Yeah, it's not that you are a dictator. It's much more that you're here to service. And how do you help your team? How do you help your customers? How do you help your clients become what they want? How do you make them better?
In Scotland, they call it golf.
Okay.
It's not golf.
It's true.
It's golf.
It's true. No, it's true.
Exactly.
They're known for that.
What's that saying? Why is golf called golf?
Yeah, right.
All the other 4-letter words were taken.
Spoken as a mediocre golfer.
That's right.
He's not bad. He's not great. Yeah. We're all mediocre.
Yes. So a lot of people have been concerned, small businesses, large businesses, people who just like rhetoric want to talk about tariffs and stuff. So how do you view the whole tariff thing, and how does that play into a lot of the small businesses that you work with?
The greatest concern that I think all business owners have when we talk about tariffs and the current administration and what they're doing is just give me what the rules are. Give me what they are and leave them alone. Businesses can make money in any business environment if you just quit changing the rules. Now, every administration changes things.
Sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
So just come up with what it is. I'm not a fan of tariffs. I think tariffs are a form of protectionism and it makes us weak. But that's my own personal opinion.
Explain, kind of unpack that from a financial standpoint, because I don't get it. So,
well, if you raise the price of your competitors, you don't have to compete as hard. What makes our country great is capitalism, and capitalism is a dirty, messy process in survival of the fittest. So if you do something better, your competition goes out of business. It's not nice or pleasant, but that's how capitalism makes us stronger.
But things get better because of that. If I build a better mousetrap and I'm selling that mousetrap,
right,
the world's a better place.
The world's a better place. So, in my opinion, just George's opinion, is that tariffs raise the price of our competitors, so you don't have to work as hard.
Oh, I see. You think that it might make people rest on their laurels and not work as hard.
So are you suggesting that if tariffs kick in, and I think everyone's going to come to a leveling place here at some point, just my perspective.
They're going to negotiate,
right. But if I can buy a widget for a dime, why would I make one in the United States for a quarter when I can buy it for a dime? So maybe if that now becomes a quarter, hey, now I can be competitive and maybe make a better something. Is that fair or no?
Well, I don't think that ends up what's happening.
Okay,
you just rest on your laurels at a quarter and you don't get necessarily better. Now, am I saying that we love having things shipped out of this country? No, but there are things in this that are made that will never be made in this country because our labor costs are too high, not inappropriately so. But there are some things, and we are a consumer nation. We consume a lot, and trade deficits are a concern. But they're a deficit because we buy so much stuff. We buy more than we can possibly make.
What do you think of the argument that hey, if tariffs are fair, we won't have to pay as much in other taxes, real estate or property taxes or federal taxes?
Since when have you ever seen one tax lower another tax?
You're talking to a guy who's pretty much libertarian, so never.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see it. We're going to do a lottery so we can reduce this tax. We're going to do this tax. So
throughway's going to be free.
That's right. Yeah, we'll wait on that one. Hold my breath. I don't think that. Now, do I think things are going to have an equilibrium? Yes. Do I think that there are other countries that are competing unfairly? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And there are certain times that maybe we do have to do things like that to balance out the fairness. But as again, it's just George's opinion.
But you said predictability. It's true. The market goes up and down because somebody burps and wait, what's happening?
Correct.
Where if you knew what was happening, it probably wouldn't be that volatile. Right. So George Powers accounting, the guy that if you have a small business and you might need some advice or some accounting stuff, that's what you do. But you go right in, and I know you do payroll. You have a payroll company, and if you're a small business and doing your own stuff, why are you a small business and doing your own stuff?
We can help you.
There you go, George.